Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Friday, December the 1st, 2023. Friday, December the 1st. Oh my goodness. We're in December, y'all. Mm. Well, they are finally getting ready to spice things up a bit, make it a little bit interesting. But let me talk about the mundane first. Chase proposes to Brooklyn. Brooklyn was all broody, upset, talking about what her nana, well, whatever she calls her granny, her Lois's mother, Grandma Lois, Nana Lois. Anyway, whatever. How she pressured Chase about when is he gonna marry Brooklyn. Chase is probably running for the hills and blah blah blah. And I'm thinking, girl, you were just in the apartment with him last night. He didn't run for no hills. But anyway, Chase comes over, brings some wine, and in the end, because I fast forwarded all the Lois Chase exchange, Brooklyn Lois. When I saw Chase getting down on his knees, I pushed pause, rewound it a bit, and Chase proposed to Brooklyn. He proposes. How much you want to bet she's going to say no? She's going to be like, no, I can't marry you, Chase. You're only doing this because they pressured you to do it. You have to ask me on your own. It'll be something with her. She's not gonna just say yes. So yeah, okay. Finally, they're moving them along. Then we have Christina brings Molly back to her place. Guess what? They decided to spend a little money on a set for Christina because Christina never had a place that we saw. Remember, for a minute, I thought Christina was still living with Alexis because she go in and out of her mama's house. Well, I already know why they're giving Christina a set because Christina's going to have more of a storyline and Blaze is going to be over there. So Molly walks in and she's looking around her sister's perfectly decorated spot. I looked at that and I said, go, Christina. Elegance, class, some taste, puts Molly and TJ's apartment to shame. Christina's place is, you know what? I think Christina has the nicest apartment layout. Maxie's was always the same. I mean, Maxie's had that place for years, was not elegant. Um, who else has an apartment? Where is Finn living with Violet? I don't even know anymore. No, Finn does have a place because I remember when his father fell. That place is okay, but it's not. This is along the lines of her father's penthouse. Because Sam's penthouse is to me a penthouse. It's homey. It's for kids. It's just what it needs to be, right? Christina's, I was impressed, and so she says, "Stay right there. Let me go get the necessary, supplies or whatever." So she comes back with some wine and two wine glasses, and Molly's still just standing there. She goes, Malls, I wasn't literal. I didn't mean really stay right there. And Molly said, no, I'm just looking around. She says, this is the first time I've been to your place, Christina. And Christina's like, really? No. And she's thinking, I guess so. Because look, Sam ain't even been to her place, neither has her mama, because this is a brand new set. But anyway, she goes, well, look, I want you to know that was not intentional. I did not exclude you. You have an open invitation for any time, right? And she goes, I just might be taking you up on that. So they have their little heart to heart. And then Molly realizes she didn't have the folder. Because soon as she walked in and she had her coat and she had her little purse, I'm looking at, well, where's the folder with the possible surrogate confidential information, Molly? Right? And she goes, oh no, I left the file at the park. And Christina says, no, Molly, Malls, I saw it on the ground. I picked up everything in the folder and she hands it to her. She goes, what's in it? And then she goes, oh, never mind, never mind. That's none of my business. And she goes, no. And so Molly kind of pushes it back to her. You could see. So Christina kind of looks, she goes, oh, it's new surrogates candidates. And Molly was just then tells her the whole, how TJ is not ready and she don't know if TJ's gonna be ready. And Christina's taking Molly's side, you know. Well, what do you want, Molly? And she goes, TJ's upset that I didn't consult with him before I took the appointment. Well, technically you did. And she goes, Christina, she goes, okay. Because, she's like, look, I'll be Team Molly against TJ because you're my sister. And I'm thinking, yeah, just a month ago, Molly and TJ was against you. But okay, sister bonding. So, of course, Christina offers again, Molly, let me carry you and TJ's baby. She goes, Christina, I don't need you to swoop in and save the day. She goes, that's not what I'm doing, Molly. She goes, you know what? In the first time around, you were right. I wanted to be the hero. She goes, but that's not what this is about anymore. You already have gone through a miscarriage with a surrogate. I'm your sister. We are in a better place. This is something I can do for you. And I want to. So Molly hugs her. She goes, Christina, I got to talk to TJ first because we both have to be on board. She goes, it's understood. She said, but even if he's not on board, this means the world to me that you offered to, carry the baby. And I thought that's how you should have reacted the first time, chick, right? I don't know where, and that was the new writers, that was the temporary writers, but they really messed up Molly and Christina's relationship. It was never that adversarial. And it was just out of place. And her and TJ, I'm thinking, I didn't even like them as people, the way they had them treating Christina. Christina can be annoying, yes, but she didn't deserve the shunning they were doing. Ooh, here she comes. Oh no. Mm-mm. So I'm happy all that's over with. Now, what I don't understand. Guess who Ava calls to rush over to Spoon Island so she can show her the note and the picture of Austin's dead body? She calls Nina. Now, fall, summer, late fall, or late summer, early fall, long. Ava and Sunny been like this, right? Sunny's been helping her out her mess. Nina's been in the dark. Why are they switching up? Oh, oops, I'm sorry. We switched up writers, right? Because the original writers always had Ava and Nina close. The temporary writers put Ava and Sunny close. But I'm sorry, Ava needs Sunny, not Nina. There isn't a doggone thing Nina can do for Ava. That should have been Sunny, that she's saying, look, this is what I received in the mail. This has a Port Charles stamp, a postmark. Somebody here sent this to me, Sunny. So of course, you know what Nina says? Go to the police, because she had the envelope. I mean the note and the picture in her hand. And Ava looked at her and said, "Oh no!" And she snatches the picture and the little memo. So that's the last thing I'm gonna do. you know, I don't have an alibi. They already are looking at me funny. You know. And Nina's like, but Ava, and I'm thinking, oh, ooh, Ava, go to the police. But when it's Valentine and Charlotte, oh, I gotta erase evidence. Right? I'm making all kind of excuses. So anyway, Ava, when Nina leaves, she burns the letter and the memo wasn't no letter, the note and the picture in the fireplace. And I thought, yeah, don't have that laying around in your nightstand. right? Or in your purse, because that's the way they are in soaps. They put it in their purse. And every place they go, they got to pull it out of their purse and look at it, right? I don't know why they write soaps that way. So Nina, of course, in the end, barges in, asking Sonny, why didn't he tell her? And Sonny's just looking at her. And he's like, that Ava, she shouldn't have said anything. And she goes, no, she shouldn't, but why didn't you? Oh, well, you gonna learn. I don't know. I don't tell you stuff like that, girl. You know? So now the plot is thickening. The plot is thickening. We finally see a very handsome, debonair Pikeman, although his name is something else, because Carly said his name, it was on his credit card. When she goes, here you go, Mr. Blah, 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 right? I said, oh, ouch. I could see him and Carly together. I like it, right? It's just Carly's with boring Drew, and now they have actually grown on me, Drew and Carly. But I could see like the little chemistry screen test going on here. I like that first meeting with Carly and him. He comes in pretending like he, dressed the way he's dressed in a, $3,000 suit. I get to town, first thing I do when I come to a metropolitan, and I'm staying at a swanky hotel called the Metro Court. I'm going to come down to their restaurant and I'm going to say, forget the fine steak, the fine dining. I'm going to look at them and say, where's the best burger joint in town? That's not what he's going to say. He's going to say, what's your best burger on the menu? At the Metro Court. And I thought, oh no, look, he already knows exactly who Carly is. He is trying to stake out Sonny's ex. He's trying to infiltrate Sonny's family to see if he can start finding some weaknesses. That's what's happening here. So of course, Carly gives him. She goes, "Oh, welcome to Kelly's," and he goes. He was at his hotel. He asked, "Where's the best burger joint in town?" And they said, "Your Kelly's." She goes, "Yeah, that's right," you know. And so then he says, if I would have asked someone else, what would they have said? She said, same thing. So she brings him his burgers, and mind you, them fries looked overcooked to me, but that's just me. She brings him his burger, and he, this is the best burger. And I was like, okay, what's her secret ingredient? Because that didn't look like the best burger I'd ever seen. But okay, you know what? Sometimes things look good when you taste them. You're like, you know. So look, the next scene, that burger was gone. I said, okay, they did something. Like he devoured it. So Carly looks out the window and she sees a homeless guy. She goes, oh, not again. And she goes out there and she goes, you can't be here. And I'm thinking, oh, she's going to shoo him away. And he says, I'm sorry, don't call the cops. She goes, no, I'm not going to call the cops. Come in. That's not what I mean. It's too cold for you to be out here. And he's like, no, ma'am. I don't like being around a lot of people. And she goes, oh, okay. She goes, but look, are you hungry? Let me at least give you something to eat. And he looked at her and he said, really? And she said, just stay right here. So she goes, gets him a burger, fries, some coffee, and a piece of pie she threw in there. And Pikeman is watching her, right? And so she took him the food. She goes, takes her worker to the back and tells her what to give him. So she comes back out to the to the counter, and he goes, I thought you were going to shoo him away from here. He says, it can't be good for business having someone like that hanging around out front. And she goes, yeah, maybe not, but no, I wasn't going to shoo him away. And so she takes out she takes out the food, or maybe she had already taken out the food. And the guy asked, "Can I sit here and eat out here?" She says, "Sure, stay as long as you like." And I think that's when she came back in, and she's comes back to the counter. The burger's gone, and he's gonna settle up his bill. And he goes, "Here, give this to your friend." And he peels off a 20. And she goes, "Well, thank you. Like, that was nice of you." Right. And then he was saying, "You've shown a great kindness, and, blah, blah, blah." And she goes, "Look, every night, all of the uneaten food that we have left over at the end of the night, we donate it to the homeless shelter." She said, "So I would have fed him one way or another. At least he's getting a hot meal." And as she said that, I thought, you know what? Kelly's suits Carly. It really does. I like her being in touch with the community. I like her personality there. I like the way she's able to be compassionate, and she's doing good things. See, she's developing a reputation that they trust Carly. And actually, when Ruby was there, they trusted Ruby. Ruby was, oh goodness, they talked Ruby's head off, right? So I'm happy. I could see her staying there, and I want her to stay there because we were able to give Carly a whole new dimension, and we're able to give Port Charles, the community of Port Charles, more of a presence. She's closer to the docks. She's just in the center of everything, and I like that. They're getting ready to put her into some trouble. And Sonny's gonna kill him dead for messing with his Carly, right? So then the guy, Pikeman, stands up, and he's gonna walk away. Now, Hume was at Sonny's office, offering him double the money for the shipment. That briefcase was twice as thick. Sonny slams it down and said, "You take that money back to your. I'm out. I am out. You all never did tell me who shot at me at the warehouse or who shot at me at the pool." Yeah, see, he's like, "I'm out, and you tell your boss that." So Dex is standing there, who, by the way, is starting to look really handsome to me, Dex. I don't know what they're doing with his hair. Something making Dex look handsome. So he looks at him, Hume, and says, "I'll relay the message." And he turns and he walks out. And so Sonny looked at Dex, showed him out, or showed him to the door. And then he turned around and he told Dex, "Okay, you got an opinion about what I just did?" And so Dex says, "I think you made a mistake. I think you're going to make Pikeman retaliate against you now, try to eliminate you if they can't work through you." Because he told Hume, "Find another harbor," right? And so Sonny said, "No, I I I have to sever ties before they think they got their hooks in me even deeper." He goes, "See, right now, the relationship is not that intricate." And he told, when he say intricate, but that's what I'm saying, because Sonny's only moved a couple of shipments for them. He says, "And now I want them to think I'm more trouble than it's worth. And perhaps they'll leave me alone. Otherwise, hey, come, Sonny's like, come what may." Right? So Dex says, "Okay, boss, I see where you're going with that." So then Hume comes into Kelly's as Pikeman is getting ready to leave. And I forget, I don't remember the guy's name. Once they start saying his name more, I will say what his name is. But he's Pikeman. He's the boss. And he said, "Corinthos refuses to move another shipment of ours." And so he just looks, down, not down his nose at his guy, but the guy's real short and Pikeman's tall. As a matter of fact, that's telling you how short Maurice is, because look in the picture, we got Maurice here standing with Hume, and they look the same height. If not, Hume's a little taller, but I think it might be his hair. So Sonny, the stature that Hume is to Pikeman, that's as tall as Sonny's going to be to him. See, Sonny's going to have to really be my boss, Sonny. Right? So, his personality is going to have to be big. And he's got that. So he's got it. So anyway, that was it. I finally like the fact that they're finally introducing Pikeman. That storyline is getting ready to take off. And they got a handsome man that's going to be conniving and interesting enough. He knew exactly who to go after first. Trying to get my daily recaps up, everybody. I didn't have them already ready. He knew who to go after first. He knew it should be Carly, and that's interesting. That's telling you he really, really did his homework. So let's go to comment corner. Comment corner. Oh my goodness, we've got almost 40 comments. I am not going to be able to read them all, everybody. I am going to do my trusty stopwatch. I'm going to put it on right now. Timer. Stopwatch start. Okay, this time, let's see, I'm going to start from the bottom this time, because last time I started from the top. Starting from the bottom, Lisa says to P. Murrow, I personally think he's the boss of Pikeman. We must be talking about, the guy that walked in. And Susan says to Carl, who is Carl? Maybe that's his name. Do you mean Carly? Maybe his name was Carl. And Jeanette says he needs to fall in love with Carl and just push Sonny out of the way. Well, not he, I mean she. No. You know what? See, sometimes I don't understand that comment. Susan says, I kind of like him till I saw he was talking to the other guy, to Hume. No, I liked him. And I knew who he was as soon as he set foot into. Oh, you know what? I'm reading the string from the uppercut. See, sometimes when you start from the bottom, it's hard to see where it originated. Linda originally says, Mr. Brennan, that was his name, is a smooth criminal. And the way he looked at Carly, there's some serious chemistry happening between Brennan and Carly. Wow. And P. Merle says, yeah, something is happening. He's working on leveraging Carly to force Sonny's hand. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. One Ozzy in Carly's life was enough. And then Ron says to P. Merle, this guy is like, this guy is why Pikeman and Carly won't be stupid enough. Carly won't be stupid enough to fall for the nice guy act or this guy's act. No, she won't. She won't. And Susan says Sam and Drew should let Scout stay at her current school for the rest of the school year. Then maybe Scout might be open to the other school later. You don't know if the school is seventh grade to 12th grade. Maybe then Scout, when she's in junior high, she'll be ready for the school. Forcing her to go in the middle of the school year can turn her off altogether. I like how Christina was changing and offering advice and helping without overbearing. Just when Molly was talking with her, she handled that so well. James was so cute. He made me laugh. I'm really liking Cody. I wish he would tell Mac he was his son and apologize to Max. Yeah, that should happen. And then I'm going to skip to another comment down here. Susan says, oh, that's where I read where he says, I liked him till I saw him talking to the other guy. And now we have, isn't Ava acting weird? Why was she pretty drunk? And then P. Merle says, weird. She knows that divulging that type of info to Nina, she's going to talk, and she talked to Dante. She is losing it for sure. And then Lisa says she better watch who she talks to about her personal business and not trust Nina. I think this is the first secret of Ava that Nina's had. It's been the other way around. Nina has always told Ava the stuff she's done, but actually, Ava, this is the first time Ava let Nina know what she's done. And woo, yikes. Yolanda says, why is everyone forgetting about the guy who was killing with the key in his hand? Wait, who was killed with the key in his hand? Don't you think he was sent by Cyrus to kill Austin? We're talking Force Seth. That will probably never be revealed. The reason why I say no, Cyrus had no WSB connections, none. Forsyth was from WSB. So I don't think Forsyth killed Austin. Ron says Felicia will figure out that Cody is not being truthful with Matt and that he is Cody's father. And then Lucy said, and Felicia's, she suspects. She flashed back to remembering when Cody told Mac the DNA results were negative. And then Lisa says he never let Mac see the results Felicia wanted to see. She knows Cody is lying. And Lucy says to Lisa, maybe when Felicia is at the hospital, is maybe now that Felicia's a hospital patient advocate, she has access to the hospital database. Maybe she does. Richard says, another great review, Daily Recap Lady. Thank you, Richard. And then we have Lucy. She says, hi, Daily Recap Lady. I love Cody and can't stand why he lied to Mac about the DNA results. That's the big deal. What's the big deal, Cody? And Lisa says, I think he believes Mac is too good to be his father. He doesn't think he's allowed to be, doesn't think he's allowed to have a good father like Mac. Mac would love to be his biological father. Yeah. And then Lisa says, men don't follow instructions. Most of the time they miss and have spare parts. James would keep Cody there fixing things for him for a big brother. Yeah. And then Lucy said to Lisa, Cody has self-esteem issues due to a fragmented childhood. And then Lucy said to Lisa, it would be so soapy if James started breaking stuff so Cody could spend more time at with Maxie at her house. That's true. They may have James do something precocious like that. PE says, Daily Recap Lady, I love your imitation of Ava acting strange around Dante. She had me wondering if maybe she did kill Austin. I know. And then Denzel says, TBH, 50-50 possibility. Ava, I don't know what TBH means. Did kill Austin, but 50% chance she didn't, because if you look at the shoes, it was a bigger size. It was definitely not her, and probably either Cyrus, which I believe was the one, or one of his goons. Yeah, that could have done it. Or it could have been Nicholas, since he heard Austin and Ava slept together because before his death. Just my opinion and my theory, yeah, it could be Nicholas. But you know what? They've never really made Nicholas Cassadine a killer. So I don't know. We'll see. And then Lisa says, you should not be trying to move Scout in the middle of a school year. That's just wrong. Sam needs to tell Drew no, that Scout only agreed to please him. Let her stay where she's happy and learning. Be honest with Drew. You don't have to try to please him just because he missed time with Scout. I know. And then Winnie says, and why do these dads, Valentine, now Drew, push their children away? then wonder why their daughters are distant from them, like Charlotte. And then Spencer. I don't know why. Oh, you mean Spencer with Nicholas. And then we have Lisa says Ava should have kept the letter and the photo. And I mean, she needs to think about covering her own butt. I wouldn't have wanted that found in my house because that would have looked like my hitman was showing me the job was done. No, I would get rid of that. And then Lisa says, Portia and TJ are going to do something stupid. You're right. They are talking, they are taking the baby out in a light jacket. Yes, they are in a warm studio in LA. Well, it's not supposed to be LA. But let's dress the baby like the proper season on the show. Willow was dressed right. But is she is the only one. Molly was dressed pretty warm too with her jacket. It's the baby that they didn't have that right. And let's see, we have Lisa saying Sonny walked in on Nina, wait, Anna and Nina, the tension, and then the tension with Michael and Nina again. Be smart, Sonny. It is Nina causing the tension. Nina tried to sell Carly the hotel at full price, knowing she couldn't afford it. Michael didn't want Nina around for Christmas. He needs to tell Sonny what Nina did. She wouldn't be there if he spoke up. Molly needs to include TJ in the decision. She's trying to move forward without him. Willow is going to find out before he tells her. That's the truth. That is the truth. So that is the 10 minutes of, oh, you know what? But I think I could finish this. I think I could finish this. Okay, let me continue. Anthony says, look out, bad guys. Look out, the bad guys are back. Pikeman. And NK Rose says, I really thought that Yuri was the son of the Russian or Ukrainian gangster. Nah, I didn't think so. Lisa says, I said from the beginning that I think it was Nicholas that shot Austin, but everyone says he owns his life. He owes his life to Austin. I started believing that Cyrus may have done it. I think Nicholas didn't like being double crossed by Austin, sleeping with Ava while lying to her about Nicholas being dead. I'm back to thinking it was Nicholas. And then Lisa says, what would be great if Yuri, for Yuri to work for Sonny? Sonny needs more muscle other than Dex. I do know that I do know how Terry would feel about it. I know Yuri needs something other than running the Q house. He would be great in some action scenes. That's so true. That is 100%. We need to see more of Yuri. And then I'm getting ready to remove this first comment. Somebody's trying to get us all into her business. So anyway, everybody, that's it. That's it from Comic Corner. I did went a little long, but that's okay. There wasn't that many left. So that's it. I'll be back on Monday for another daily recap of General Hospital.